Prabhu, looks your voice is not audible. You are in
Oh,
mute.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes, sir. So if time allows, I will also explain you how you can deploy that application uh, to the internet so that everyone can see. You can share it with everyone. Uh, yeah. So yeah, let's begin. So I hope you all familiar with Python. Basic Python is what I'm expecting from you all, and everyone has VS Code set up and running. If not, please let me help you. If not. And also, sir, is this going to be an end-to-end app, like a end-to-end session where I walk through, or like a one and on session? Like if someone else gets doubts, like in code implementation.
Yeah. If students have any doubt, they will ask in between. So you can continue, Prabhu.
Yeah.
You can continue. If the students have any doubt, so they will ask. Okay, in between.
Yeah. Let me share my screen. Okay. Are you able to see my screen? Anyone? Excuse me, sir. Can you able to see my screen? Is it visible?
Yes, Prabhu. We are able to see your screen.
VS Code. Is it visible?
Uh, you are in Streamlit WS
Oh,
desktop.
that is visible to you. Okay. There are issues. It is now?
Yeah, now you are in Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio.
Yes. Yep. So today, we are going to build two applications. I mean, like two applications into one application. I'll take a simple example which you are all familiar with. One is Norton's and one is Thevenin's theorem. Okay, and this will be a multi-page applications. Uh, why I choose multi-page applications is because in general on the internet you will find many single page applications, but you don't find any multi-page applications. And Streamlit has recently announced this multi-page application features. So I'll show you that as well. Before that, let me install Before diving into things, I want to want you guys to be familiar with the Streamlit. So I'm gonna teach you some Streamlit basics. Then after we can start building application. Okay, step one. First we need to install Streamlit library. You can install it by pip install Streamlit. It is installed. Streamlit.
Prabhu, any issue? Is it okay, everything?
Yes. Yeah, it is. See. You're able to see my screen?
Now, okay,
How
but
about
previous code we missed, Prabhu, I think.
yeah, I'll show you that.
Yeah.
It is no, not visible still. Should. I hope you all can see my screen. I'm extremely sorry for inconvenience. So is it visible now? Someone please respond if it's visible. Guys, am I audible? Yes, okay, good. So Streamlit is some sort of a framework or a library, you can assume, which helps you to design web applications, not full scale web applications, but easy enough to demonstrate some Python level tasks, such as ML, like if you're doing some sort of machine learning, if you're doing some sort of deep learning, these sort of things can be done using Streamlit, and this is purely for demonstration purpose only. Okay, so after you install the Streamlit library using pip install Streamlit, uh, you need to import Streamlit as ht. Okay, so as ht is nothing but as a alias to actual Streamlit. Okay, so in Streamlit we want a title. So here you can, if you want to define a title, you can use it dot title and hello Streamlit. Like this. And I need to like come to my browser and rerun. Okay, so if I is everything all right? Okay, to run Streamlit application, see we have one main.py file in our folder. Okay, so let's assume all our code, whatever we write, is going into main.py. Okay, so to run this main.py application, which is a Streamlit application, we need to write this command Streamlit run main.py. Okay, so you can replace main.py with whatever the name you have given to your file name. Okay, and it runs. Okay. If you can see, it is running at my localhost 8502 URL. So if you go to this, if you type this URL in browser, you can actually see what we are doing in the Streamlit here. Okay. For today, we will be building an application, something like this. Okay. Uh, where we have two theorems, Thevenin's and Norton's. Okay. And we will calculate the load current and load power using both the theorems. Okay. And I'll also tell you how you can use multi-page applications in Streamlit. So if you can observe Thevenin's theorem, this is one single page, and Norton's theorem is another page. How I'm telling this is because if you see my URL at the top here, this is going to slash Norton's, and Thevenin's is just a home page. Okay. And if I go to another page, this will be slash another page, something like that. Okay. And we will be having like you will be knowing how to add these logos to all here as well. And if time allows, I will also walk you through how you can deploy this so that you can share the URL with anyone else and they can see what you built. Okay, so far I'm assuming this is all fine now. So as you can see, we have, okay, but before going that, I need you all to be familiar with the basic layout of web framework of a web page. In every web page, this is completely called root layout, whatever you are seeing. And this gray color part is called sidebar. Okay, this is common for every web application, whatever you build. Okay, you take you are either you are using JavaScript or something like that, you still write some code to have some sort of sidebar in any sort of application. So Streamlit also gives us a way to uh, have these sidebars in our application. So sidebar allows you to like a quick and easy navigation between different pages, and also you can have like all sort of options, inputs, etc., that you can interact with your application. Okay. So let's quickly build this sidebar thing here. So to have sidebar, we have ht dot sidebar dot title dot something, and if you can see at sidebar, we have this title coming up. Okay. Now, if I want something like ht dot sidebar, so as you can see, this is already becoming tedious. Let's say I want to have some other things. So like we are writing ht dot sidebar dot write multiple times. So what you can do simply is with ht dot sidebar, and you can write simply this is a sidebar. So whatever code that you write in this indentation, you can like this simply. Okay. Or if I want to have something like a title or a markdown, I hope you're all familiar with markdown as well. So something like this. So far, this is fine. I'm guessing. Now diving into the important part, please make sure you are following this thing because this is important. Uh, we are going to write these things, okay, multi-page. So Thevenins will be one page, Nortons will be one page. So I'm making one file here called nortons.py and another file Thevenins.py. So all my code that belongs to Nortons will go to Nortons, and so is the minutes. Okay. Now you'll be wondering how I can integrate this with this. Okay. So Streamlit gives you a way to add pages. So this is called navigation. So we will be importing navigation from Streamlit. So with the dot navigation, sorry.
Ravi, is it okay, everything? Hello?
Oh, sorry, I was on mute speaking all the time. I
Uh,
did extremely sorry.
okay.
Okay, so like I said, we are going to build a multi-page application. So we have two pages, Thevenin's and Norton's, and these two theorems will fall under a single category called theorems. Okay, so for this schema to be shown in the UI, we need to write this sort of schema, which is basically a dictionary. Okay, so like dictionary is always having key and value pairs. So my theorems, which is a key, this will correspond to this. Okay, if I write something like page header here. So the page header will be appearing here. Okay. And so for this key, there are two pages which I'm writing in a list. Okay. So ht.page and ht.page of nortons.py. So like under the hood, what is Streamlit doing is like when you call ht.page and some thevenins.py, it will look for thevenins.py file in my in my file manager, and like whatever the code written in thevenins.py, that will be rendered in the main screen. So similarly for Norton's as well. And for this page, you can have a custom title as well. So title equal to Thevenin's theorem and your title equal to Norton's theorem. Okay. And also you can have some other pages like this. Okay. As you can see, let's say circuits, we have resistor, capacitor, and inductor. But it is showing me an error because I don't have these files resistor.py, capacitor.py, inductor.py, nowhere in my file explorer. So if you want to have like the pages to be rendered, make sure you are like typing this name correctly and the file is present in the file explorer. Okay. But simply what I can do is like, let's say I have a function. You can also have functions as a pages as well. So another page. So this will give me like a history dot write. Okay, this is another page. So like I can like I said, importing .py files is as same as importing another page as well, and vice versa. Okay, so history dot page of another page, and this goes to another page. Okay, now if I click open the another page, so whatever you write in another page, that will be coming here. Okay. Now we have Thevenin's, Norton's, and another page. Okay. Let's quickly build Thevenin's theorem. Okay. And the layout will be something similar to this. Okay. We have Thevenin's theorem. We have a compute. So if you can observe, these are tabs. Okay. So these are called tabs. This is common across all the web applications. So by looking at this, I can tell this is a tab. So we have two tabs, compute and explain. So in compute, we will be having three input variables. One is Thevenin's voltage, resistance, and load resistance. And in the next column, I will be showing the results. Okay, so in explain, you can write all these things, like what is Thevenin's theorem doing under the hood. Okay, and same for Norton's as well. So I have two tabs, compute and explain. So the same thing is happening here. We can add these images later. Okay, I'll tell you that as well. But let's just quickly build this Thevenin's theorem. So if I go to my Thevenin's.py, so currently this is empty. So Thevenin's theorem. So always for code better code standards, import Streamlit as HD. Okay, not something like NP etc. Because you don't want to mess up with the coding standards. So I'm giving this a title. So HD dot title of so Thevenin's theorem. Something is definitely wrong.
Prabhu, we lost your screen.
Yes, something is definitely wrong with my laptop. I'm configuring that. Yeah, sorry. So if I go back to my Thevenin's.py, so I have a title, ht dot title of Thevenin's theorem. So whatever you give here, it will be going down here. Okay. Um, so if you can see already pre-built layout, I'm taking this as a reference. Okay. So we have title, which we defined. Now we need to have two tabs. Okay. Compute and explain. So we have two tabs, right? So tab one, comma tab two, the dot tabs of. So cute. This is explanation. Okay. So as you can see, we have compute and expansion here. Now if we observe, we have two columns. Okay. And in one column we have this values, and in one column we are making the computations here. Okay. So if you can observe, like I'm telling you this intuitively by looking at by looking at any web page, you should be able to tell that how the layout is structured in a web application, because this is very important when you are building these kind of applications. So as I can say, these are two columns. I can consider this as column one and column two. Okay. So So with tab one, okay, now I'm under tab one. So whatever I write in with tab one and under this indentation, all this goes into compute tab. So same with tab two, okay. So this is the computation tab and this is explanation tab. Now in compute tab, we have two columns. So So we have two columns, issue dot column one and column two. Okay. Now I don't see those columns because I'm not using any with statements or I'm not using any columns specifically explicitly. Okay. So same like with tab one, I can use with column one. Okay. So with column one, now you can see this is compute tab is coming. This is compute tab column one. And this is column two. As you can see, we have two columns. Okay, uh, column one and column two. What we can do is like we can have like style it nicely with the containers. So what containers in Streamlit is like they are like some sort of placeholders where you can put the code whatever you can write in a like better looking way. I'll tell you with an like, visual explanation. With ht dot container, and I'm having this border as true. So as you can see, we have a compute tab wrapped inside a container, and this is the column one. Okay, so as you can see, we have tabs tab defined, tab one and tab two, and with tab one I'm using column one and column two under tab one. Okay, and this is very really important for Streamlit. Streamlit runs from top to bottom all the time. Okay, whereas traditional web applications, they run parallelly and with no particular order, but Streamlit runs from top to bottom. By top to bottom, I mean like whatever the code you've written at the top, it will come execute at the first place, and whatever the code you write bottom, that will be executed at the bottom. So like you need to be very careful how your flow is designed. So if you mess up with the flow, we'll run into like weird bugs. So I have two columns. So like if you can see here, now I have VTH, RTH, and RA as inputs. Okay, so let's quickly write these inputs as well here. So VTH equals to st dot. I have different inputs. Okay, if I type input, I have chat input, date input, text input, time input, audio input, camera. So you can use all these kind of inputs according to you and me. If I want, let's say text input, and if I see over here, one is label and one is value. Okay. But if I go to number input, so number input also same like, so we have VTH and I'm giving it a default value of 10 here. Okay, and by default Streamlit always gives you this increment and decrement button, so you can play with this and like it will change the values, increment and decrement values. Okay, so we have VTH, RTH, and RL. Okay, so VTH, RTH equals to and RL equals to something like this. Okay, so we have these three values defined. Value here equal to 1000. That means this is my default value. Okay, so this is my default value. I can change this. Let's say 1, and 1. So all my values are like now defaulted to 1. Okay, and so we are done with the column 1, and let's put a button here. Okay, so like compute equals to dot button of compute. Okay, now I have this compute button. So if I click this button, some action should be done, right? Okay, let's define that action later. Now coming to the second column where we need to show IL and PL, load current and power at that load resistor. Okay, same like this. So always remember that whatever you write under with some Streamlit function with an indentation, that code will go under into that indentation only. Okay, but if I write something like this, ht dot write hello, as you can see, now this is out of the container. Okay, if I like put this under the indentation, it comes into that container. Okay, so make sure you're following the Python standards complete, like you're not messing up with the indentations and all. So we have IL, let's say like a ht dot. Okay, I'm just ignoring it completely. I'm just putting it a pass. Now, let's define this action, compute. So whenever compute is pressed, we need to show the results, IL and PL. Okay, where do we need to define that function? Okay, let's say I have this. Okay, calculate the units, and it should take so VTH, RTH, and RL. Okay, and it should give me so I have a function here called calculate thevenins. So what it takes VTH, RTH, and RL. So we have this already defined VTH, RTH, and RL defined. And when we press compute, what we do is we pass these values. Okay, whatever the user is uh, inputting here in this input boxes, we will pass these values into this function, and that function will calculate and give us the output. Okay, if compute, I'm having these things. Okay, simple as you can see. Yes. So if I change value, you can see the value is also now changing. Now I'm getting some sort of a different value here. Okay, so this is how you quickly build these things. I hope you all understood. If anyone has doubt, feel free to ask me.
Students, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Just he
Or if I'm
created one
going,
page.
yeah, if I'm going bit fast or slow, please tell me. Okay, I'll take that as a no. Okay, now we built one tab. Okay, now I'm also building explanation tab. Okay, uh, using tabs and multi-pages applications you don't see in Streamlit that often because most of the people like really don't use all this stuff. But anyway, I'm still telling because this will be helpful for you. Okay, so with the tab 2, so like you can intuitively write something, anything here, like what Thevenin's theorem does under the hood. Okay, simply, okay, Thevenin's theorem linear circuit can be replaced with a voltage source in series with a resistor. Simple thing, okay. And Streamlit also support lattice equations. So I hope you all familiar with the lattice equations. So like this. So if I have a Thevenin's voltage, I can like replace it with the open circuit voltage. So you can write whatever the lattice equations you want. So like the possibilities are endless. Let's say you are doing some major project in a upcoming year, okay, and you build some sort of simulations. For that simulations, yeah, you may want to like have some web application. You can use this, and what's the point of building web applications when someone visits and they don't know what is happening under the hood, right? So you can like use this explanation and write all these things, what is happening with pure scientifically. That means you can write lattice equations, all these equations, and like whenever someone sees that application, they know what is happening under the hood. I hope this is all clear.
Prabhu,
Yeah.
what is that significance of R you are mentioned? This st dot latex or something.
Yeah. So R is like a regex parser.
Prabhu, what
Uh,
R
R is a regex parser.
parser? Okay.
Yeah, it is a regex parser.
Hmm.
Like if you have something like this, right? st dot write f equations.
Format.
Yes. So this is a format strings and this
Hmm.
is a regex string. Okay.
Okay.
I'm passing this as a regex strings. Latex should always be passed as a regex string.
Done.
Why? Because if you see here in Python, curly braces, whatever you are written in curly braces, that will be a placeholder for a variable. If
Hmm.
you can observe, if you observe
Hmm.
this. So
Right,
if I
right.
put replace f with r with f, Python assumes that there is a th variable here.
Hmm.
But we don't have th variable. We are using th variable only for notation here,
Hmm.
superscript, subscript notation. Okay. But if you use f and underscore this th, Python will assume that there is a variable called vth, which we already have, vth variable.
Right.
I hope this all makes clear. Okay, so
Right.
please don't get confused with R and F. F is for formatting strings, and R is for regex parsing. Okay, so and also if you write R, all the placeholders will be ignored. I mean, like in Python, curly braces are for placeholder for a variables, so those functionality will be ignored by the Python interpreter. Okay, now we quickly build Thevenin's theorem. If you can observe, we have Thevenin's theorem, and whatever is happening, like when I click on this thing, Thevenin's theorem page is called. So like we already defined how we can call different pages here. Okay, so if I click on not, if I click on Thevenin's theorem.py title, open Thevenin's.py. So similarly, Norton's. So now let's quickly write Norton's as well. So like we have a function here, calculate Norton's. So it is giving me IL and PL values. Okay. So I'll pass Norton current and Norton resistance and also load resistance. So we can use this function to calculate our computations. But before that, we need to have like these things. So see, there is not much difference between Norton's and Thevenin's if you can observe. See, there is not much difference. I'm just changing the values here and the formula will be changed. Okay. So deep down, it's all the same. Yeah, let's see the changes, whatever we done here. Okay, so these are all my changes. And let's build another column. So I'm just showing this values here. So whatever I've written, this will be here. I hope this all makes clear. And we do have another tab. So with the tab to state of right. Yeah, so the definition of Norton's theorem. I hope this all makes clear. Now let's quickly add this image. Okay, so we need to have this image, right? Uh,
Prabhu, in the Norton's theorem page, the two tabs are not visible, right? Like
yes.
compute and explain.
Yeah. What went wrong? Sorry, I'm using here
Hmm.
columns, but use this tabs, and I need to give this a list of names. So this whatever you write in this list, that will be the title for these tabs. And also please make sure that this the length of this list should always be equal to the number of variables or number of tabs. So I have two length of my list is 2 here, compute and explanation. We have two items in that list. So we need to have two variables. Okay. So like this is how quickly you build. And let me tell you, by software industry standards, this application is like nothing. Okay. Uh, in my company, we use Streamlit extensively for large variety of demos. Okay. So the possibilities are really endless. You can put charts, you can show charts, you can run simulations, you can even import MATLAB scripts as well. All these things you can run in Streamlit. And also similar to Streamlit, there is Gradio, which is more advanced version. And this is Gradio is specially used extensively only for deep learning and machine learning, whereas Streamlit is used for data analysis, dashboards, designing, and all, and along with these things as well, small input output things, these things. Okay, now let's add some.
Prabhu, Gradio is also like a Streamlit, huh?
Yes, it
Web,
is.
web application development. Huh?
Yes, it is also
Okay.
like a Streamlit application, but that is more advanced.
Okay.
But it is simple to understand, but
Mm-hmm.
advanced to use.
Support in Python only. Python.
Yes, so it is also Python-based application
Oh,
library.
okay.
So if you're interested, please do check out Gradio. That will be really helpful for you as well.
Gradio.
Yes, and also let's okay. And before that, I forgot to mention you one thing. Um, let's understand this folder structure very clearly. Okay, we have main.py, we have Nortons, we have Thevenins, and we have another. Okay, I don't have anything in another.py. Let's put something. So my root of the application, all my layout is defined in the main. If you can observe here, let's say I'm giving a title. I given a title as Streamlit Workshop SIU. Now if you clearly observe, I'm going to Nortons, but I am still seeing the Streamlit Workshop here. And if I go to another page also, that is same. So what uh, my main.py is doing is like, it is like a home root layout. Okay, this is a root layout which wraps all other pages. Okay, each page you can consider it as a view. So notons.py is a one view. I'm speaking in terms of web terminology. Okay, so notons.py is a view. Thevenins.py is also a view. Okay, because you are seeing something that is a view, but deep down under the hood, some sort of code is happening. But simply this is a view. If you put it in a simple words. Okay, so what happening is like my main.py is providing me with a view that I can insert other views as well without messing up with the root layout. Okay, so whatever I write in main.py stays as it is. Okay, now I'm having this connecting this navigation. So with the ht navigation of pages. Okay, I have these pages defined here. So theorems and circuits. So this is like a category name of the category. So circuits and theorems because by this is simply a dictionary and you have a key and a value. So key will be this one and the values are these two ht dot page and we have ht dot another page. So circuits. And like I said, you can not only this thevenants.py, which is another external file, you can also take these functions. Okay, let's say I have some random file here. Okay, some random file.py, and in this random.py file, I have a function called another page from another file. Okay, what I can do is like I can import this function into here. Yeah, I just need to import this thing. That's it. Okay, from another import. What is the name of the function? It is random.py. From random file. Import this. Okay. From random file, we imported something another page from another file. We can also include that here. Okay. So we have another page and another page from another Python file. So this is really helpful. Like I don't know how you work. I don't know like if you're able to understand or grasp this, but this is pretty powerful. Like let's say I have 10 different files and each file has different Streamlit components. Okay. By component, I mean like random file.py. So this is a function and all the code that I put in this function, I can call this as a Streamlit component. Okay. You can import different components into this page and navigate to that specific component as well. So like the possibilities are endless. And also I will show you one import like nice Streamlit cheat sheet page. Okay. It is called Streamlit Magic Cheats. I'm gonna put that in chat. This is like a really nice website or a demo where you can quickly see how you can write different Streamlit input elements. Okay. Let's say I want to display some sort of text. So for displaying text, I have text, I have markdown, I have caption, I have latex, write, title, header, subheader, and code. Okay. By code, don't misunderstood by code. It doesn't execute code. It just displays the code. That's it. Okay. And we have all these things. We have used latex as well. And if you can see for latex, uh, we have specified a formatter as a regex parser. Okay. So this is very important that you put R if you want to write any latex equations. And this is important. So most of the time we will be using only these two for like 90% of things. You're displaying text and display and interactive widgets. Okay. So I have button, I have checkbox, I have radio, I have select box, multi-select, slider, and all this. Okay. I can like clearly show how you can use these as well. If I go to this another random file.py and let's say checkbox clicked. Okay. Checkbox clicked equals to st dot checkbox of click me. And see if I click this, now it's becoming true. And if it's clicked, it is becoming false. So like intuitively, what you can do is like if checkbox is clicked, okay, pass. What you will do is you will do something here. So like this is how you intuitively write Streamlit applications. It's just like as simple as writing Python based application, Python script, but you do have different this components provided by the Streamlit. That's it. I hope this is uh, okay. And yeah, I'll also want to show you how you can deploy this application. Is that fine, sir?
Prabhu.
Deploying.
So that page development is completed now.
Yes.
Okay.
Or else you can also add images as well to this. I can quickly grab one image. Yeah, I have this image. So if you remember what I said earlier, Streamlit Workshop, this SIU, this is written in main.py. And whatever you write in main.py, that will reflect in all pages. So main.py is like a root layout. So it is very ideal to put all the logos inside main.py here. So Streamlit also provides you way to like adding images with just st.image component, and it takes an image. Okay. This can be a string or a PIL based base64 image or a Python image as well. And let's say we want to use full width, like it needs to span the entire uh, column. We can use this like this. Okay. Now you can see we have this.
ఎవరు మీరు మెసేజ్ పెట్టారు మీరే
Yeah, I hope this is all like what you're expecting. Please speak up if you have any doubts or if you want me to show you something else. Okay, now let's deploy this application. I don't know. I don't know how you many have of you have GitHub account. If anyone has GitHub account, they can please raise their hands. Sir, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Prabhu, please.
Everyone has GitHub account, right?
I'm not sure, Prabhu. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, like,
mostly,
yeah,
yeah.
few people have
Yes,
seems
they
like
have
they have
GitHub
GitHub
account.
account.
GitHub account, yes.
Yeah. So if you
Because
have GitHub account, yeah,
they submitted the assignment through GitHub only. So everyone
yeah.
have GitHub account, fine.
So if you have GitHub account, what you can simply do is push all your code to GitHub, and from GitHub, there you can like easily deploy. Let's say I'm having it. So this is now a Git repository.
Prabhu, I think students are not familiar with that command prompt what you are doing, na? So you are trying to push the data through command prompt or download and upload.
Like,
Hello.
hello, yes, like it
Hello,
is
please.
recommended to push through command prompt only
Command
because
prompt.
well, while building Streamlit applications, it is very much possible that you do have several files.
Mm.
In this very simple file only, we have three files: main.py,
Yes.
notons, and thevenets. Okay,
Mm.
so it is always recommended to use command line. Let's just quickly go to github.com and build one application. Okay, and also you need to make sure that your GitHub is public. Like whatever the repo that you are building, it should be public to be visible. Okay, I'm giving this name, create a repository. Okay, so I have this URL with me, or you can just follow this as well. Okay, git init. I already run git init. If you see my last thing. So this is the first command that I run, git init. So what git init does is it sets up your whatever the folder that you're working to be compatible to push into the git repository. Okay, and you can ignore git add.readme and all these things. You can straight away come to this thing. Okay, git remote add origin and all. Okay, so what this is doing is uh, in simple terms, you are now connecting your local folder to a Git folder in simple terms. Okay. So now this is connected. Now we need to push all these files. Okay. If you can see all these green colored files, these are now ready to be pushed. Okay. You can just follow these instructions as well. See, now it already pushed all my files to the Git. Okay. If I come back to the Git and reload, see, all my files are now available. Okay. Now, if I
Prabhu,
want to dip, sir,
Prabhu,
yeah,
let's assume students created the complete application in their Visual Studio on a
yeah.
particular local folder. Can they open GitHub separately and by using that add file, can they upload a whole thing into the GitHub?
Yes, that also you can do, but it's
Okay.
it becomes tedious. Let's say I want to add file and I can
Upload
upload
files.
files. You can select different files as well. That
Right,
also
right.
possible.
Because one thing, the students are familiar with this type of things because
Oh, sorry. Okay, understood.
that both are fine, right?
Yes, both are fine. Absolutely fine.
Right.
Uh, but you need to make sure that
Uh,
for easy deployment,
okay.
uh, the local repository needs to be connected with Git. We cannot just directly add
Upload.
files to,
Uh-huh.
yes. Yeah, I'll show you both ways. Okay,
Okay, okay. No.
so first if you, so I logged into Streamlit. Okay, so it is asking to verify.
You're trying to host the page.
Yes,
So Streamlit Cloud.
yes, so we need to use Streamlit code. We also use Streamlit code for our part deployments as well. So to deploy something, what you can do is like I said, you need to come to your Git repository, and since now this folder is associated with the Git, just run the app again. Streamlit run main.py. Now this is open. Yeah, here you can see this deploy button here, right? And the top left, top right corner, click. You can use Streamlit Community Cloud deploy now. So it is taking me to deploy. So it automatically detects which repository associated with this thing. Okay, we have a demo Streamlit workshop here. So that is same as here. So demo Streamlit workshop. Okay, and a branch, main branch, and main file path. Okay, why I'm you need to be very careful here choosing the right file to run. Okay, because all our code we are running through main.py. So for the main file dot path, we need to provide only main.py. Okay, you cannot give another .py main Nortons or random file or some other files. Okay, and app URL optional. These you can customize. Okay, you can say so you workshop demo. Okay, so like I have this domain name given, and if I click deploy, it is automatically going to be deployed into the community cloud, and it will give us a URL that we chose. You can simply access that from anywhere. So as you can see, it is now being deployed. Yes, see, now our app is now deployed. As you can see, this is the URL. I'm putting that in chat. So this is that we built right now. So I'll highly recommend you to go through Streamlit documentation if you have any doubts as well. So whatever you want, you have everything clearly written in the documentation. Uh, you can take help from ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini. All these things can definitely help you. But you need to define the function or a logic what you want to do in the application. Let's say we now build Thevenins and Nortons. We need to define what is Nortons doing and what is Thevenins is doing under the. Okay. Uh, I'll also share this documentation link. It is highly recommended to go through this documentation as well. So please do not ignore this documentation. So like this cheat sheet mentioned, there are several things. You can also go to here as well. So we have text elements. So we have markdown, we have title, header, and all these things, and also latex. Okay. So you can all almost all the complex latex equations can be rendered in this Streamlit application in this thing. And you have data elements if you want to show some data. Let's say you are working with a data frame. You want to show some pandas data frame. You can use ht.data frame as well. Okay. Or let's say you want to have some tables, ht.table. and you can just pass the data frame here. Pandas data frame can be supported. Okay. And let's say you want to show some charts. You have line chart, bar charts, area charts, and all these charts as well. Okay. And also, like if you're familiar with the matplotlib or pyplot, all the plots, you just render that plot and pass that plot to ht.pyplot of my mpl hyphen figure. Okay, I can also show you demo for plots as well. Before that, let me install plotlet. So we have like some data assume x and y. What does that mean? Wait, plot. Okay, for some reason the plot is not getting rendered, which it should be. I don't know what is happening. Okay, but basically, that's how you can like do all this stuff with Streamlit. Like the possibilities are endless, but Streamlit is highly limited. If you want to go build some complex applications, like really complex applications, Streamlit is not the way. But for simple applications, with a with a wide variety of options, you can perfectly use Streamlit. By complex, I mean, let's say I have so many buttons. One button does something, and based on that button, we need to compute some other thing. And based on some other computations, we need to do some other computations. Like this chain-based kind of computations, Streamlit is not the right application. And if you want to build highly complex applications, let's say I have some sort of a image analysis built using deep learning algorithms. Okay, or else a audio transcriptor algorithm, neural network built using uh, Python. You cannot do that in Streamlit. You need something like a Gradio, which helps in a better way to build applications. So like a Streamlit is not a all-in-one solution for you guys, but for most of the basics. I mean for like almost 70 to 80 or 90% of the basic for basic applications, Streamlit is more than you can ask for. Yeah, sir. That's it from my side.
Okay. Prabhukiran, previously we hosted our web application that developed using Streamlit using Heroku.
Yes.
Now it's not working, that link something.
Yes. Like I said earlier, Heroku is now moved to premium plans.
Right.
So there is no free versions.
Right. Now it is the Streamlit what we are deployed our application. Is it completely free and it will be available for a long time? Or
Yes,
it's
it
a
is.
limitation of time?
No, it is available for a long time, and
Okay.
like it is like a per usage base. Let's say you are using it regularly, the link will be active regularly. But let's
Reg-
say you did not open that link for 1 week, that app goes into idle state. So whenever you open that, you need to restart it. Okay, you can just Streamlit will show you like whenever you open that app, it will
Mm.
automatically show you that this is in idle. Click this button to make it available.
Mm. Fine. So you have time. Can you spend some half an hour time? You have.
Regarding, yes, I have.
Yeah. So I request any one of the student, if they want to interact with you by sharing the screen, they can build only one page. You will no need to ask them to build Thevenin's theorem, sub-pages like Thevenin's theorem,
Yes.
Norton's theorem. Only this page only sufficient.
Yeah.
Only this page only sufficient. I think you are able to see this one. Now only Thevenin's theorem, single page. That's it. No multiple pages, single page.
Yeah.
And we will try to post it in the Streamlit.
Yeah, I can guide.
If students, if anyone interested and you want to work along with Prabhu and want to build only single page for Thevenin's theorem and want to deploy in the Streamlit, so they can raise your hand or just tell us in the chat box or share your screen also. So Prabhu will demonstrate, guide you how to build that single page from the starting. He already explained everything, right? But if you want to do some practice, anyone, they can come forward and he will guide you from the main page to the one by one. If not, I will come forward. Prabhu, is it okay?
Yeah, it is.
Can we? Can we?
Yes, can. Yes, we can.
Now I will share my screen. Huh? Prabhu, you have time, right? No problem, right?
Yes, sir.
Just that. Is it 30 minutes sufficient, right? For us?
Yes.
So just open my screen. Okay. So just I want to build only one Thevenin's theorem page only. Now I want to create main PY.
Yes. If it's for a single page, you can
Single page only.
you can name it any file, any name.
Okay. And the code that you developed, na?
Yes. Yes, I will share that.
So that you can share.
Yes.
Yeah, Thevenin.py file created. Okay.
Yes.
I think I no need to install Streamlit.
Yes,
I
it
think
is
I
already
have.
there.
Yeah. I think at that time you installed in this machine previously, right?
Yes.
Next problem. This one.
So next, we need to some sort of a title.
That st.title.
Yes, st.title.
So I want to give some title to my page. So st.title bracket are equal to.
And bracket, you can bracket. And using quotes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How I can?
Yes, now you need to define the inputs. What are all inputs that you want to take from the user?
Okay. Again, st data input.
No, like
number.
for every input, same like in Python or in Colab, we will access those values using variables, right?
Hmm.
So you need to have a variable. Let's say VTH. Yes.
Hmm.
So st dot input, number input. Here we are dealing with numbers, so we want number input.
Number input. So can you write
Yeah.
anything here?
And in label, we need to like what is the input that we are expecting
Value.
for user. I mean, like for the in the UI to be shown,
Hmm.
because now this is number input of we are taking VTH, so you can write Thevenin's voltage, something like that. So user can read, okay, so this is Thevenin's voltage. I
Right,
have to
right,
give
right,
Thevenin's
right, right.
voltage.
Within the codes, huh?
Yes, within the codes.
Okay.
And same on different inputs as well, same like
Remaining
this.
inputs, right. So other inputs also we have to give number input and resistance. Okay.
Yeah.
And RL st dot number input load resistance, right?
Yes.
Fine. Can I
Now if you
visible? Yeah, fine,
yes,
fine.
you can run this.
Right here, run as a Python file.
Not no, you need to open terminal. Control.
Dedicated terminal. Dedicated
Yes.
terminal.
You need to open. Yes, like this, but not like this. Once just close this. Type Streamlit run Thevenin.py.
Here.
Yes.
Streamlit
Run.
space.
Yes, space. This file name Thevenin. You can just press tab, capital T, and press tab. Enter. Enter. So you have these three inputs. Now under the last input button, we need to have a button to calculate.
Std button.
Yes. Excuse me, sir. Sir, your screen stopped. Is it for me or for everyone else?
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Prabhu Karan, am I audible?
Yeah, yes, sir. You are.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Students, I hope you understand how to build a web application in Streamlit. He demonstrated everything by running the code with a practical example. And in front of you, he designed a page for Thevenin's theorem and Norton's theorem. So similar stuff you have to do as part of the hackathon in next week. The complete video is recorded. Video will be shared with you. So if not understand, or if anyone missed this session, they can through that video. You are able to understand the whole procedure. And while writing the code along with you, there is a power failure shutdown completely. That's why I
Yeah,
was
okay.
disconnected in middle. So I'm very thankful, Prabhu, really. So hope at least a few people will able to understand, will benefited from your session. And in future, if we need any help, we will contact you again.
Yeah, sure, sir, definitely.
Thank you, Prabhu, and thanks to all the participants to joining here. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you all. Have a good day.